Hey you guys, it's Friday. I was literally just sitting here staring at the screen and I looked up and said, "Oh, it's 5:01. I guess I should push the button." I, I can't get it together today. Oh, Friday, 5 o'clock. Hopefully everybody's off work, except those of us that work from home. Feel like I'm always at work. So, we're going to finish the typewriter cover today. Hopefully this thing's on. It's gloomy, cloudy, but still warm in Florida today. I don't think I have you guys on mute, so that's good. Um, what else? I don't think I have anything exciting. I really don't think I do. So I am just going to, got my marbled end pages. I'm going to ink them up real quick while we see. Hey, Nicole. Okay, good. This thing is on. I never trust it until someone types. How are you? What are you doing? I think it's just me and you. Is there a sale or something going on that I don't know about? Although I was away from the computer most of the day. I may or may not have been looking for a missing person, but that's a whole nother story. Kind of a joke. Kind of a joke. You're doing great? Good. I am just gonna work on the typewriter cover. Did you get a notification or were you just scrolling by and saw me? You know, you can never trust the YouTube. Thanks. I'm glad you said it, not me. I'm like, that's why I kept saying, hey, hello, is this thing on? What's happening? Hi, Shannon. How are you? Trying to get in those little tiny. Yeah, we're not gonna do any more that have little tiny itty bits that small. Notification just now. Okay, I see more people coming in now that you just said that. So. Man, I love this new handle. It's snazzy. Doesn't make my hand hurt. That makes me happy. All right. I don't know why I smacked that. I guess it needed a smacking. Let me think which avenue I want to go down first. So I don't think we went over. I'm gonna do it again, even if we did. Cutting out your pages. Hi, April. How are you? So let me just grab a couple pieces of paper. So I just grabbed some copy paper, and I would say you could safely do 3 to 4 pages at a time, and you're still going to line up okay, right? So I sized these so that you could fold your 8.5 by 11 right in half. Get all this out of the way. Now, if you bought the kit that was not cut out, I included, hi Rosie, I included a piece of craft cardstock that was cut for you so that you could use it as a template to cut your pages. If you bought the pre-cut kit, then when you cut out, this is a mess. I used black soot all the way around. That's why it's messy. When you cut out your chippies for your covers, before you put anything on them, use one of those as your template on your pages. All right. What's Rosie doing? So what you're going to do is, you see how I got it just so there's just a skosh on either side so we could have the whole page. But the thing that you want to make sure of is, I need something dark. Find something dark. There we go. That work? All right. So you see that's 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little more. That's the folded side because it's going to open this way. So the spines here, the signatures are going to get sewn in here. I bet she is. You guys were on. I was watching off and on. I was in the car. We had gone to dinner and ran some errands yesterday. So anyway, so make sure you just scooch that down a little bit, like 1/8 of an inch, maybe an eensy weensy bit more. So now your bottom is almost perfectly lined up. You may have to trim a tiny bit, and then you're not going to cut your fold. So then all you're going to do, trace around. You don't have to worry about tracing the top because you're not going to, oops, please hold. I was not paying attention. But the one thing you do want to be mindful of is which way you're tracing. If your pages have words and you want the words to be, upside down or right side up, put them in your cover, or hold them under the front cover to see, which is the front, which is the back, which way you want them to go. All right. So like that. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I wonder where Brooke's at. Brooke made me laugh today. Can't even tell you. All right, so I'm not going to do anything with the bottom until after I cut this out. And I'm going to just kind of hold it firm in the middle because I do have 4 pieces of paper here. I would say maybe 3. Do 3 at a time because 4 could shift on you. And then just cut right inside that line, and then that will, if you cut right inside the line, then that takes away your 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Oh, hold on. We got rid of this. Never mind. I was wondering. Please hold. Yes, we decided that wasn't going to be part of the paper. Yep, see? I'm telling you, I shouldn't be on here today. Could not get my act together all day long. There we go. I was going to try and be on here at noon. Right, yes. So if you bought the kit that's not cut and your template has the little knob on it, just cut the knob off and straighten that out. I'll show you on my my properly cut pages. It's just a demonstration. And then I'm not going to trim the bottom until I have my cover together and know that that's where I want them. Okay, so that's good. All right. So, for example, I didn't do that either. Jiminy. This is why I don't do tutorials. Okay, so that's how we cut the pages. We didn't do the knobs, but the knobs will be covered up by our end pages, so they'll be pretty, sticking out pretty. And you see how that fits darn near perfect. And then once we push it down to the spine, then we're good. We've got, we've got our wiggle room where it's not going to stick out. Right there. So anyway, okay, moving on. So just, and you could use anything. I would just suggest turning it over and tracing it on this side in case you trace it along and you go, whoosh. Don't have that face up. All right, great. That made no sense. Call me if you have any questions. All right, so next, I made you guys all the spines, and on the last video, we did all of this. We took our chippy, we Mod Podged down our cutout typewriters, and then we sanded, and then we Mod Podged, and then I put clear spray sealer and sanded, and then I put clear spray sealer again. And it's all good and beautiful. And you see there are no more or very few itty bitty brush marks. Yeah. And then there's our typewriter ribbon spine. And there are only 6 of these left in the Etsy shop. 6 cut, 6 not cut. And hi, Rosemary. And they might be. These 2 kits and the 2 journals in my Etsy shop are on sale today only. So get them while they're hot. Okay, so now you got something that looks like that. Hold on, I'll show you what it looked like before I cut it up. There. Got something that looked like that. Hi, Peggy. Everybody's late. What's everybody doing? Oh, I gotta turn the air conditioning down. Please hold. Ugh, hot. Hot, 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 hot. There we go. Much better. All right, so I did cut these just a little tiny bit longer than they need to be. Not everybody's going to cut the same, what have you. So if I hold it up right here, you can see that it is just maybe 1/4 of an inch longer, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch longer right here. So when you get to this point, before you cut these up, take this, line this up, T is for top, by the way. Line this up with the top, and then where the bottom is, just go an eensy weensy bit above that and make a line right there, and then cut those straight across, because one of these you're going to use on your fabric to sew your signatures into. See? Like so, and like so, and you don't want it to stick out. You just barely want your little ends to show. And the other one you're going to use to punch your holes in your signatures, and you want it to be exactly the same. So you see, if I go like this and hold it up, those dots line up perfectly, and that's how you get your signatures straight on the top and the bottom. Oh, Peggy, fun. Oh, Rosemary just made it back from the post office. Well, I haven't done much. I did a terrible job of tracing. That's all you missed. So please don't rewind. Do not rewind. Just remember, you guys, when you go to trace your pages, whatever paper you're using, fold it in half. And if you got them pre-cut, use one of your chippies before you start working on it as a template for your pages. And I did it so the 8.5 by 11 would fit, right? And then just leave between an eighth and a quarter at the top when you trace, and then you just don't cut right there, and you're good. Gosh, I hope that makes sense. So not good at this. Okay. End pages are cut and inked, ready to go. Those go in last. I cut out my little spine piece, made it the right size, glued it to a piece of fabric, and then I took the little typewriter ribbons and I cut them and made little headbands out of them. Put those on there. All right, so I did that and that, and I don't need that. And then this spare one, I just score it down one line of the dots. That's all you do with that one. That's where you get two, right? And then some people can do this, some people cannot. Punch all your pages at once. I can. I prefer to. That way I know everything has got the same hole. Now, if you're doing, 12 signature journal, then that's not a great idea. Hold on, I need to make sure I've got these all the right way. Okay, I do. And then, oopsie. And I gotta make sure my top's my top. And it is, I don't think it is. Oh, thanks. Is it? Or is it? Yeah. Okay. All right, so you've got it like this. That's in there. So what's on the right is going to be considered the top for this and this. All right, so to the right. And then you can see that it goes perfectly from there. Can't see because I'm not in camera. From right there to right there, where the cuts are. And then I just take my pokey tool, and I usually hit one in the middle first, and that will keep your pages from shifting. I have a big book back here, and try and go straight down. That's why I stand up and get over the top of it. And then before I take it out, I turn it over to peek and make sure that I can see a hole all the way through, and I can. So voila. Okay, let's see. I'm having a live sale tomorrow. I only got about a quarter of the way through sorting that stuff out. It's just been a day. Every time I turn around, the phone, the this, the that. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to throw in my Etsy shop link for those of you that are here. The 2 typewriter kits and the 2 journals that are left are both on sale. So now I should have 5 signatures here. There's 1. There's 2. Can't remember what the front of this one was. I think it was just plain. Find out. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm sorry that my camera doesn't like that. There's no winning that battle for me with the camera. And I don't know why. All right, so I'm going to stack these up with the first signature on the top. I got me some wax linen. And I had not intended on sewing in the signatures on the stream, but I want to show you how to put the end papers in. And I didn't have time any other time today, so voila, here we are. We're doing it. All right, so top to the top. I always, always, always tape down my tail so it can't get away. Goodness. All right. And these pages are not the way I wanted them to be. See, that's upside down. So when you're flipping it this way, they're going to be, anyway. Something like this takes a little thinking. Clearly, I was not thinking that day. And then sometimes, especially with these funky pages, for the first hole, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever sewn signatures on stream. Brooke, where are you? Nobody's saying a word. Oh, mercy. Either that or my YouTube's broken. Somebody say something. In through that hole, out through that hole. All right, I have to hold it up to the light. You guys are going to have to bear with me. There we go. In, out, in, out. Somebody better say something or I'm going to start talking about food. I'm just saying. There's sale. All right, you guys, where's the sale? That's what's going on. There's a sale and everybody's multitasking. It's Friday night. It does, Rosie. I'm just like, hello. Hello, is this thing on? Hello. It's okay. I'll be fine. That's all right. I would miss half of what you guys were saying anyway. So actually, this is working out in my favor. And if you use smaller paper, that's not 8.5 by 11, when you're tracing, it'll just catch wherever it needs to catch. If it's sticking out of any of those spots. Otherwise, you could even have some just square pieces in these, and they would be fine. It would be absolutely fine. All right, what's everybody doing this weekend? Peggy, I can't wait to see what you make. Okay, Rosie, take care. Don't cut yourself. Peggy's playing in the trash. I'm sure it'll be fabulous. And then just pull it tight and it squares everything right up. On to the next one. On to the next one. And then we're going to glue this in and glue the end pages in. And I was going to make some. Hey, Renee. That was so funny last night. I don't see Johnny. I was like, Renee, I'm over here. I'm right here. Can't you see me? Hello? I do need to make some more of these signature templates. I've been promising the girls for, what, a year and a half that I'd make a bunch of different size ones, digis in the shop. I think there's only one in there, and it's the 12 punch for making. So if we could make planners, That was in 2019 I made that, because nobody needs a planner now. All right. Keep making sure my top's my top. Make sure those matchy match before I put them in. And then I was looking at the votes for the next shape. It looks like it might be torn between the boot. What was it between the boot and the perfume bottle? Oh, I can't even remember what the choices were now that I'm looking over there. Hey, Susan, what are you doing? Are you working or are you hiding from work? This is intimidating doing this. I can't even. Yeah, I might have had a couple of glasses of wine at dinner last night and I hopped on to Rosemary's Live on the way home in the car, but it was dark. I had had a couple glasses of wine. I couldn't type. You just had lunch with Elisa? Nice. Out in the real world? That's cool. Let me guess, you had Mexican. Oh, don't need that anymore. Real world, yeah. I got my MRI results back. All kinds of bulge disc, herniated disc, all these things, and then the doctor gave me some medicine and I don't like taking medicine, so I go read about it. I'm like, I'm not taking that. I'm not, no. I'm going to find a back doctor. I'm not listening to them. All right, so there we go. Ta-da. Now I'm just going to stick it through one of these. Yep, Mexican food and oh, you went to the Container Store? Oh. I think there's one in Florida. Oh, goodness, hold on. I'm just trying to get a piece of tape. Take that guy down. Put my favorite needle where it goes. All right. So, which end is up? See, I did this totally backwards. It's okay. It'll be fine. All right. Right? Wrong. Right? Hold on. Right? Wrong. It's right. It's right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I like it. The first time I'd gone out and gotten my nails done in a while, I usually do them. And I was like, I always do dark gray or black. And the lady's showing me all these colors, and I kept saying no, 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 because you guys know how much I like color. And then finally she said, well, what about something natural? Like, okay, and then she talked me into it. So I'm sure by Monday I'll be over it, and we'll be back to black. Don't get used to it. I guess that's what I'm saying. Hang on. Getting a piece of paper. Oh, rosemary defrosted tamales. I'm giving you I'm only cooking for myself tonight. So I'm going to have a little steak and then some shrimp bruschetta, which is just cold shrimp, tomato, green onion, garlic, a little Parmesan, a little mozzarella, all tossed in olive oil on crispy pieces of a baguette. Oh, I could just, I could live off of that. Absolutely could. That's what I'm having for dinner. All right. So now I'm just going to reinforce my spine a little bit so that nothing goes anywhere and runs away from me. And then we'll stick it in the book and we'll put in the end pages. And I'm going to look for some typewriter ephemera. I was going to do it earlier and I got distracted with 600 other things. But I thought it might be fun to just find a whole bunch of old typewriter images and then put them all together on a page and print them on the clear stickers and just, oops, darn it, and then just fill this guy up with all different kinds of old typewriters. That was my thought, anywho. And normally I would have, done some sewing on the pages and, done all those things, but I just wanted to get this part done so that I could show you guys how to put your end pages in if you didn't already know. And then I always just miter the corners. That way nothing's sticking out the top. And then when it comes to your end pages, I'm going to put them in with Fabri-Tac because I don't want them glossy, shiny, right? If you want the inside end pages glossy and shiny like your cover, then go ahead and put them in with Mod Podge or whatever medium you used on the front. Okay, but I did not get maybe just a skosh, and there it's gone. They're flat. I didn't get any warpage, so I'm not going to worry about putting these in with Mod Podge. But if you did get warpage, even if you're not going to put Mod Podge on the top, then use Mod Podge to put them in, okay? All right, but I'll go over that again when I get to that spot. All right, so now I'm just getting everything straight. See how you can barely see that little headband peeking out right there and the red one peeking out right there. And then you can still see black here and here, but the end papers will cover that up. So nobody worry. Don't worry. Oh, crumble. There we go. Okay. Open your glue before you situate your book. Open your glue. Don't be me. Right. And the other thing I think I mentioned before, but before you put your spine punch onto your fabric, also check the width to make sure it's right here. Check the width of this to make sure it's about 1/8 of an inch less than this, or else you're going to get a bulge and it's not going to close. Am I making any sense whatsoever? I don't. I wonder where everyone is. I'm so curious. No, it's been like this all day, Susan. It's not you, it's me. It's been a really bizarre day. Since I got up, it's my whole day has just been it started off bizarre. I'm sure it will end bizarre. It's fine, I think, unless my YouTube channel has gone into the twilight zone. All right, so that moved on me just a little bit, but Fabrifix is forgiving, so you can move it a little bit if you need to. All right, so it's where I want it, so I'm gonna give it a good old you're staying there. I don't know, Ann. I don't know where they are, Susan. They're all out drinking and partying. They're all at a sale. I don't know. I don't know where they are. All right. Okay. So now, sitting like this, I see that this page is poking out just a skosh. Which is going to drive me nuts. You know me. It's going to drive me nuts. So let me see if I can figure out a why. You know what? On this guy, I think we're going to have to glue the whole spine down. Let's see what happens. This may be an epic fail. But let's find out. See what happens. All right. I think that might be better. Okay. So because the spine's flat, so when you get ready to do that, when you get ready to glue it in, do one side, get it where you want it lined up. Flip it over this way, put some glue on your spine and right here, and then put those all together once. Again, I'm sorry if I'm not making sense. And then get your end pages, and you see how this one, it's this way, and this one, it's this way, so you have a front and a back, and that's not it. And then what you want to do is, because this one's got all the tiny little bits, I would line up the bits, so those are all perfectly perfect. And then, trying to hold it still, flip it over and lay it down and see if you have any white sticking out. I see a tiny little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it because I will either just ink it or sand it off. All right, so that's going to start right there. So I'm going to put my glue down here. I'm going to make sure. Now, if you have any kind of warpage on your front cover, don't use Fabrifix for this. Go ahead and use whatever you use to glue down the front cover. Use that here, and then that's going to bring your board back this way. And then when it's about a quarter of the way dry, put some wax paper, and lay your book out flat, and lay something heavy on it, and it will be straight. All right, I gotta scoot this down so I can line it up, and then I will scoot it back up for you guys. And that was the other reason that I went ahead on the first attempt. I used black paint, but the black soot ink worked just as well around the edges and just on the inside, so that if there were any, like right, I don't know if you can see right there's a little tiny bit that didn't get cut right, I can pick up my typewriter cover. typewriter cover. Oh, yeah. I thought you meant an actual typewriter. All right, so now if we go and look, see there's a couple of tiny little spots. See right there and right there? So I'll let that dry, and then I'll probably just trim those and then re-ink those edges, and we'll be good. All right, and now I'm going to check this one. Come on, scoot. Scoot with me. And I'm going to flip it over and look. Now, you guys can't see, but I can see there's a tiny little bit. So I'm just going to go take about a 1/16 of an inch off that bottom edge. And then we are ready to go. Ink it back up. All right, now we should be good. And isn't it amazing how the end paper can just cover up all of that? Scoot it up. Hang on. Just move my camera. Let's make it easier on myself. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. Susan, what are we laughing at? Are you laughing at me? Again, if your board is not straight or flat, I mean, and mine is because I smashed between some books after I got through with this part. Please use the same thing that you used for the cover. Yeah. Oh, I know. If you don't know the context of it, it's probably why people are so quiet. Because Peggy's been just talking about playing with trash. They're like, yeah, I don't think I want to hang out here. These people are just playing with garbage. And then just watch your edges for glue sneaking out. And then, let's see. Yep, and see we're going to have the same tiny little bit of white poking out on that side. I'm going to let that dry and go back to this side. Oh, you guys, you know what I got today? I'm not sure if I like it. What I got. There you go. Peggy. Dr. Pepper. It's not Dr. Pepper cream soda. It says Dr. Pepper and cream soda. I'm not sure. It tastes like both, but it's got a funny aftertaste, I think. Anybody else tried it? I don't see any other. Yes, yeah. So, Brooke. I ran to the store, the post office a little bit ago, and I was on my way home, and I'm just, in the car by myself, and I just start hysterically laughing. I haven't told any part of the story, your story to tell, but I'm just like thinking, of you at a truck stop. Oh, and I did not call the proper authorities. Oh, hi, Jane. It's a creepy guy at Burger King. Seriously, Brooke? And how long after you departed the establishment did you realize that you had a problem? Didn't quite get that. And between Jersey and I, we were sure you'd been kidnapped, and we were getting ready to call CSI. Oh, hey, Mitz. And then drove all the way home? No. Oh, can I tell the story? The best part of the story is this. I'm doing it without her permission. I don't care. The best part of the story is Jersey messages me this morning and she's like, Johnny. And I think she didn't look at her timestamp. She's like, Johnny, I tried to message Brooke and some random guy from Burger King said she left her phone there. Hey, this is Burger King. I don't know why I think it's so funny. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't. She left her phone in the bathroom at Burger King. Somebody turned it in, which is fantastic. She didn't have to go buy a new phone. But I don't know. The best part was, Jersey and I'm like, do you have Mark's number? No, do you? No. So I'm trying to call Mark on Facebook. Well, we're not friends, so the call won't go through. And then I'm messaging him going, hey, Brooke's phone's at Burger King on such and such and such and such. Now it's noon. Nobody's answered me. So then I message one of Brooke's kids. I'm like, listen, this is your mom's friend. She's not answering me. Her phone's at Burger King. Can you let her know? I don't know. Oh, bye, Susan. Brooke. That's so funny. Right, Mitz? Oh. So this little piece right here is bothering me. What else is new? Well, guess what? It's gonna get a trimming, and I'm gonna attempt to trim it the same as the page behind it. It's tissue paper, so I'm sure that was part of the problem when I cut it out. It tried to do its own. It tried to do its own thing. Let's see. Let's just see here. Me fussy cutting. Ta-da! What did I miss? Oh. Oh no, he left his phone in Texas? I didn't hear that story. Yeah, I don't. What did you learn from that, Brooke? Everyone wants to know. What lesson did you learn from that experience? So see, now I'm just being a stinker because some of these pages are sticking out a little farther than I want them to. So I'm just trimming them to match. Maybe. Maybe not. Whew. Oh, I needed that laugh today. It was so awesome. Thanks. Okay. That's going to be it for now. I will decorate this. Well, that took care of that problem, didn't it? So it's like this, right? Like a typewriter. And if you wanted to use it this way, you could. Or if you just wanted to use it this way, like you normally would, you could. But what I love is that piece of fabric, and I purposely picked typed words so that when you were flipping through the signatures, and look, you can see the red of the headbands. I did that on purpose. I planned it. I planned it. Of course, there's none there, but there. So happy to oblige. So anyway, there it is. Voila. The first video when we were putting the covers on the covers, we're putting the covers on the covers. If you don't want to listen to me yammer on about look what you can buy on Amazon and my favorite things, I think fast forward for the first 20 minutes. And please, if you have any questions, put them in the comments, or if I did not properly show how to do something, everyone yell at me and tell me and I'll do it again. I'm not a tutorial person, so like I said before, this is way, way, way out of my comfort zone. I do think that the boot will be next. So for those of you, and the boot and this next time, and then the perfume bottle will be the time after that. So this one's going to open this way. So you see I've already cut that page out. And I think I'm gonna find something lacy for the end pages. So it'll open up like that. And then I was also thinking about having some, lace, so it look like a stocking, or even maybe a fishnet sticking out before we put the spine in. So boot is next, and then the next one we'll do is the perfume bottle. Okie dokie. Alrighty. This one needs some more sealer. That was the one I was just playing with. That's all I had. I just wanted to finish that up real quick. As far as business, Brooke was not on last night for Creepy Baby because she was running around rest stops looking for her phone. But she will be on with me tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time for a live sale. I am so close. I'm 24 away from 2,000. So go find me some subbies, you guys, so we can give away that shoe journal. And Erin in the Adirondacks, she only needs 27 more to reach her goal of 1,000. And I'm giving away a journal when she reaches her channel when she reaches 1,000. Yeah. Oh, I was laughing, Brooke. I was laughing. All right. So there it is. I shall decorate it. Someone did speak up and say they wanted this one, so I will check with her to be sure that she still wants it before I let it go somewhere else. And again, okay, Peggy, there are a few items on sale in my Etsy shop. Both of the kits, both of these cut and uncut, are on sale, and the 2 journals that are left are on sale only today. Only today. That sale will stop at midnight. So go check that out. Brooke, do you have any slow stitch kits left in your shop? If you do, throw that link in, please. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I should zoom in on the typewriter. Hold on. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Send pages. Ooh. See how my camera just dislikes, and it's not even a white. There, that's blue. Like that. Brooke, are there any slow stitch kits left? I think she might be scurrying over to her shop. See that? Watch this. Mm-hmm. Take care of that, and I'll take care of that. There it is. All right. If you missed out on the slow stitch kits, you best get in there because I don't know. It might be a minute before she makes any more. It might even be a minute and a half. Oh, you were not scurrying, you were scrolling. My bad. The scurrying happened at Burger King. Got it. I can't let it go. So sorry. Only 2 left. Ooh, ooh. You guys better get over there. Okay, that's it for me. I'm just going to be sitting here giving this thing a haircut until there's nothing left of it, apparently. Apparently, that's going to happen there. And I'm going to make dinner, and then I'm going to get ready for the sale tomorrow. So you guys have a fabulous Friday night. If anybody's got anything going on at their channel, please feel free to tell us now, or your Etsy shop, or your YouTube, or your website, or your Facebook, or whatever you do, wherever you do it. Please tell us. I know, Rosemary, that the words, yeah, all the words we went back and forth, and those never came right. So all the backs, the words are backwards. Yes, that is a true statement. Who shall entertain you now? Well, you can call me and I'll laugh at you a whole bunch, Brooke. I will. All right, and if anybody has any ideas for the spine for the shoe, because I want to do something different like we did with this one, leave it in the comment below. Okie doke. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow at 2. Yeah, I flipped it and Darla flipped it, but then long story. If you know anything about Photoshop, I did it where I pulled it this way and I pulled it this way, and no matter what you did, it's still, it flipped, it flipped the image, but it wouldn't flip the words. So if that bothers anybody, I would say just type out some words or a saying or your name or something and put it right over the top of that on the back. Yeah. See, look, no words on the boot. There's no words on the boot. So the boot, oh, now she tells me. Well, I thought I could too, Brooke. We're past it. Okay. The typewriter was numero uno. The typewriter was our tester. Now we know. Okie doke. Okay. I'm gonna go get dinner going before I chew on my arm, and I will see you guys all tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. There will be D-Stash, there will be Vintage, there will be Somerset Studio Magazine, there will be Metal, there will be, you name it, there will be. I know you can. And we will chat about that, Brooke. All right, guys, thank you. Have a great Friday evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow.